can't hide.
You send funds to genocide.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
UFO, you can't hide.
You send funds to genocide.
President Schultz, you can't hide.
You send funds to genocide.
UO admin, you can't hide.
You send funds to genocide.
Thank you everyone for showing out. We the negotiators for the UO Palestine Encampment Coalition, asked the administration for a public negotiation session. We had agreed upon a 10 a.m. meeting date. They did not agree necessarily to public negotiations, to be clear. We are going to wait for them to show up. We'll give it about 5 minutes. We ask everyone to just hang out. We, the negotiators for the coalition, will just sit at the table patiently. We asked for this meeting to be public so you all can hear what goes on in the negotiating room. And I'll just say, whatever ends up happening has been indicative of the process. Come out wherever you are. While we wait, let me give everyone in the crowd some instructions. We're going to be walking around with our demands printed out, and we're asking folks to pledge to hold the admin accountable for the investments and also the basically lies that they've been spreading about the true nature of the genocide in Palestine happening right now today. If you get asked to please sign one of these, please do. We want to send a message to admin that we, the students of UO, do not want to be complicit in their help with the Israeli-US genocide of Palestinians. One of the negotiators for the UO Palestine Solidarity Encampment. It has been clear throughout negotiations that started last week that the University of Oregon was only prepared to make one offer only to the encampment. Check.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so last Friday, the university administration gave us basically the same offer they've been handing us every single time we've met with them since. We asked and demanded that the University of Oregon divest completely from any company and any institution that funds, supports, gives technologies, etc., to Israel's occupation of Palestine. And to that, the university has completely and every single step said absolutely not. The president of the U of O, even in a faculty senate meeting last week, said it would be fiscally irresponsible for the university to pull these investments out of Israel. Our question to the university is, what kind of university is not financially stable enough to divest from war and genocide? What are we doing here as a public education institution if we are funding and sending support to a war machine? What role does diversity, equity, and inclusion have on our campus when we support genocide materially? The administration has made no movement and is definitely not willing to even call this a genocide. Yesterday, the negotiation team met with theirs at 2 p.m. for a very brief session where they did not want to take questions about their newest proposal. They responded, quote unquote, to all of our demands and made no movement on any of them. To our ask that they tell all faculty that they can choose different insurance plans and retirement plans that are not invested in Israel, they said, okay, we could get that information to individuals so they can make individual choices. When it came to academic exchanges and relationships with Israeli universities, the administration said, we'll expand those. Let me be clear, the BDS movement calls for an academic boycott of Israeli universities and institutions as a way to put pressure on the state of Israel to end its genocide of Palestinians. The BDS movement does not target individuals unless they are Zionists, unless they are supporting the genocide. And there are many Israeli intellectuals who have done excellent work denouncing their own state's repression of Palestinians. We stand in solidarity with all anti-Zionist Jews. And we stand in solidarity with all Jews insofar as anti-Semitism is absolutely deplorable. The modern day pro-Palestine solidarity movement is the quintessential force in the globe, challenging anti-Semitism really. We fight for liberation for all. I'm going to turn the mic over in just a second, but I'll just say this. The admin think they could hide behind closed doors, closed negotiations. We know better than that. When we asked them to be accountable to the students of the University of Oregon, they were silent. When we asked them to come talk to you all and show their faces to you all and peddle their shit to you all, they said nothing. That is shameful. It's disappointing. Whose university?
Our university!
Whose university?
Our university!
Whose university?
Our university!
We fight for Gaza. We fight for Palestine. We fight for life. In these times, it's crucial to remember that our fight here is deeply implicated with the Palestinian people on the other side of the planet. To that end, I'd like to call up Dr. Michael Fakhri from the law school to give us an update on the situation in Gaza.
My name is Michael Fakhri. I'm a law professor here at the University. My name is Michael Fakhri. I'm a law professor at the University of Oregon, but I'm also one of the United Nations leading human rights experts. My job has been to track, follow, and report on the Israeli war against the Palestinian people in Gaza since it began. This is the 216th day of Israel's genocidal war in Gaza. This is the 17th year of Israel's siege against the Palestinian people in Gaza. I was invited to be, amongst other faculty members, to be an observer during these negotiations and to report. That's my job. What I quickly realized is that the U of O leadership does not understand what's going on. We're at a university. I thought maybe I'll teach them something. So what I started to do is open up every negotiation session with an update. The update today in Rafah. Now, Israel has taken over the Rafah crossing and has blocked all humanitarian aid. We're back to a situation of total siege. There's no food, they're running out of fuel. They've concentrated over 1 million people in the south of Gaza, and they're now bombarding from the ocean with their navy, from the sea with the navy, and they're moving in. Israel announced its starvation campaign and its genocidal intent on October 8th. And we're seeing it happen today. Every single humanitarian organization in the entire world knows the only way to stop genocide, the only way to stop starvation is to cease fire now. Yes. The other thing that I am seeing in the world, this movement, your movement, students across universities in the United States, you here today are part of the strongest force of solidarity right now that will end genocide against the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people have been steadfast, Samidun, for 75 years. You are all part of that tradition of being steadfast, of fighting for people's human rights and their liberation. The degree of solidarity I'm witnessing on our campus, on our University of Oregon, is the strongest force in the world today, part of all of these solidarity encampments we're seeing all over the world. You have already changed the world. So when I read the administration's response, I thought, they haven't been paying attention at school. And we sat down, we read it, and they got an F. So let's invite them into office hours. My response as a faculty is too many words. I think there's 3 words maybe we can tell them. Cease fire now. Cease fire now. Cease fire now. Cease fire now. Cease fire now.
Cease fire now! Cease fire now! Cease fire now! Cease fire now!
Thank you.
In just a second, we're going to transition and do a little different thing, but I wanted to make a few things clear. At this point, even the Biden administration has been pushing for Israel to end whatever it thinks Israel is doing in Gaza. That obviously doesn't mean that the U.S. is advocating for occupation or the end to occupation like it should. But let me tell you all what the admin had to say again about our demand for them to make a public statement condemning the genocide. I'm going to pause, and you're welcome to make noise as you see fit. So these are the administration's words. You asked the university to release a specific statement in support of a ceasefire in Gaza. We actually asked for a condemnation of the genocide. So while they misrepresent our demands, let me continue to read forward. In their words, quote, doing so would be counter to our view that the institution not take positions on political issues as it chooses free speech and open. That's not what I heard about Ukraine. And we support what the university put out by Ukraine, and it could have been much more.
And then they offered these words of platitudes. That said, we too are heartbroken over the devastating loss of life in the Middle East, and particularly in Gaza, and we support an end to violence and the pursuit of peace. Then act on those heartbroken feelings. Make those heartbroken feelings into institutional change. Your feelings are worth shit if you do not act on them. Especially while you grow rich on the funds by our increasing tuition, our depleting wages. Fuck that. And I just want to call out too, they have always tried to make the issue not about Palestine. They're saying the Middle East. We're talking about Palestine. And they said that they're willing to put out this kind of a statement, quote, as a community of globally engaged faculty, students, and staff, not admin, we are anguished by the current humanitarian and hostage crisis in Gaza. We join with many around the world in mourning the tragic loss of innocent life. And I'm going to stop reading there, but let me tell you, 4 words later, they say Israel-Palestine conflict yet again. If it's not clear to the media, let me make this very clear. This is not a conflict. This is a genocide waged by the U.S. and Israel against the Palestinians. We, the masses across the globe, will not be tricked by your lies. We see this for what it is. This is a genocide. People around the globe, it is enough. This is a genocide. Stop it immediately. We will not accept complicity forced on us by administration and higher ups, by company owners, by capitalists, by the political establishment. Absolutely no genocide now. Okay. Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
All right, we're going to take a little walk.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Free Palestine!